COVID-19 rapid test. It's an antibody test. You get the results in 10 minutes. What does the antibody test tell you? It tells you whether you have or do not have antibodies from a COVID infection. When can antibodies appear in your body? As soon as 3 days, and maybe as late as 7 days. But if you take this test every week, you're going to find out when it is that you could have been exposed, if, God forbid, you ever get that positive result. But you're also going to be able to protect your friends and family. You're going to be able to get that negative result before you go see grandma, before you see your aunt. You can take responsibility of your life right now with this test. All you have to do is go online, go to ConquerCovid.us, ask your doctor to visit the website and order you a test. You're going to need to know. You don't want to have your kids coming back from school and having the sniffles, and then you're sitting there wondering, do I need to go get a test? That's not the situation you want to be in. You want to have those tests ready to go, and it's simple to do. I'm going to show you how to do it right now because I test, and it's something that has changed for me what it was like being early in the pandemic. It was scary. There was a lot of anxiety. We were worried. My wife was sick. We thought she might have had COVID, and we couldn't get a test. That was the situation. We were not able to get a test. The tests were only for people who had fevers over 100, and that wasn't the case for my wife, but she had a lot of other symptoms. She was coughing. She had a dry cough. She had pain in her chest. But 3-4 weeks go by, we can't get a test. By the time we do get a test, of course, she's negative for the active infection. And then we thought, okay, let's find out maybe a week later, a few weeks later, whether she has the antibodies. But at that time, the antibody test was like 50% accurate. But that's not the case today. Now the test is 99.47% accurate, and if you take this test and you get a negative result, you can feel good, especially if you're not feeling symptoms. If you really do think you have symptoms, it's a very easy solution, guys. Take another test. You're going to have 2 tests, and you're going to have 2 results, and the probability is very high if those results match that that's an accurate result. So, let's talk about how you can do this. It's very simple. You saw I removed the test cassette from the case. Okay, you're going to get a test cassette, you're going to get a finger prick, you're going to get a pipette, and you're going to get a buffer solution. I'm going to take this buffer solution, pull it out here, and I'm going to pick, the finger that I want to prick. Guys, I thought I would be scared about this finger prick initially, that it was going to be really painful or something. It's not at all. Quarter turn this little end cap off and just go ahead and give it a firm press. Hold it down. Make sure you got a good prick there. And you want to see that red droplet coming out, which I can right now. And you want to just massage that droplet to a ladybug size. And there you go. I've got a nice blood specimen ready for the test. I'm going to take this pipette, hold it gently, very simple, hold it up to the blood, and there you go. You're drawing blood, and the blood is going right in to the pipette, up to the black line. That's how much blood specimen you need. Guys, it's not like if you're like a little bit over, a little bit under, it's going to impact the test. It's not like that. It's simple. Now, what you do want to do after you get the blood is you want to bring the pipette to the sample well of the test cassette. It's a small circle. It's the only thing that says S. And there's this kind of pad at the bottom of the sample well. And if you stick the pipette into it, it's going to suck up the blood. That's what it does. And it's really easy. So there you go. I got the blood in the sample well. The hard part is done. That's it. I mean, it doesn't get like any simpler than that. And I think for people out there who have diabetes and have done the finger prick, this isn't something we're not used to. So now we got this blood specimen in. Now notice that I'm taking a little bit of time here. You want to make sure that you wait at least 15 seconds before you add the buffer solution. I'm just going to twist off this incredibly simple single serve buffer solution per test. So it has more buffer than you need. That's a good thing. You only need 3 drops. We're going to place them in right now. So that's 1 drop, that's 2 drops, and that's 3 drops. Done. You've administered a COVID-19 rapid test. It's done. And now all you have to do is watch for the buffer to move up the testing well, and you're going to see the buffer solution moving up with your blood specimen, and it's going to pass the IgM line, the IgG line, the control line, and as it hits the control line, a blue line, that blue line is going to turn into a pink line. Once you see that, you know that you've done the test correctly. It's a valid test. You've done it correctly. You don't have to worry that it is a defective test. This is an added reliability measure for a test that has backed by incredible scientists. They're in the US. They're doing incredible research. They're coming out with new tests. They're improving the existing tests. And this is really an innovation from America, made in America. And I think with the concern about results out there, this should add an added level of reliability that you're getting a test that is reliable, it's accurate, and it's not being shipped across the world. Okay? So here we go. We're at the control line. Now, that's when, once you put this in, you're going to want to start the timer. That's going to be 10 minutes. And all you got to do is wait, be patient. Don't be nervous. It's just a test, and you don't have to be afraid if you do think that maybe something is going on that you are concerned. Oh, what if I get a positive test? What's going to happen? And that's a big fear. But you don't have to worry about that, because there's a fear of what if you were positive and you didn't know about it, and then you infected the people who were closest to you, the people you loved. I think that we want to be responsible for our actions, and we would want to know whether we're positive or we're negative. This test isn't going to tell you that you can't infect someone. But if you take it 2-3 days in a row, then you are getting a pretty good level of accuracy that what you've been doing in the last week has not exposed you to COVID. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're trying to understand. That's the whole embodiment of what ConquerCovid is. We're taking this test. We're being responsible. We're socially distancing. We're wearing a face mask. We hand sanitize everywhere. I don't know if anyone does this. We carry around bottles of hand sanitizer, huge bottles of hand sanitizer, and we are generous with the hand sanitizer. We slather it on everywhere we go. But, we live in New York City. We live in Jersey City. We have opportunities to do outdoor dining. There's restaurants out there. They're hurting. They need support. We're out there. We are their customers. But we are taking on a level of risk by going out there, and we're cognizant of that risk. So we have to be careful. We have to hand sanitize. We have to socially distance. We have to wear a mask. It's ConquerCovid mask. Okay? If you're wearing this mask, It means that you're testing regularly and you're being safe. And that's what you want to do. You want to test regularly, you want to be safe, and that's exactly why this test has to go out to every home. It has to go out to every doctor. We need every single citizen, every single organization, every single government, every education, university. We have to get these tests out there and get people to use them, because that is the way that we stay safe. That's the way that we check our behavior, right? We need metrics. We need to know, are we doing the right things? Are we putting ourselves in the right situation? Are we worried about exposure that might have happened? That's a real thing. And that's why this test is here. It's so you don't have to worry. It's so you can know, am I positive? Am I negative? That's what you want to know. And you take this test and you protect your family and you protect the ones around you. And that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. And that's why everyone should do it. So to wrap it up, people, start telling your doctors, go on this website, ConquerCovid.us, learn about COVID rapid testing. It's not perfect. We're going to put more information up there. We're going to keep getting you the information that you need to know that this is the right thing to do. We all have to test. We all have to test. So get out there, share it with your friends, share it with your doctors, share it with your family. Start talking about how this can work for Thanksgiving if you want to get together. Let's make this happen. We've got the tests. ConquerCovid.us. We're going to do this together. There's apparel. You can go on the website, and if you get the apparel, if you get the little knickknacks, basically you're supporting frontline healthcare workers, because the proceeds from that are going to go towards free testing for those workers. They need it the most. They're stressed out. They're on the front lines. And I think to an extent, we're leaving them there. And it's not the right thing to do. We need to support them. We need to get them the materials that they need. And we need to make sure that they're not living in some sort of anxiety world where they can't see anyone because they're treating COVID patients every day. It's not right. We need to support them. So make sure you go get these masks, get some stickers, and talk to your doctors about these rapid tests. If you're a doctor, go online and order these rapid tests. You're going to need them. Thank you. Have a great night. Conquer COVID.